What if everything you've accepted as normal is only normal because you've never questioned it? Every morning, you wake up, you follow routines, you trust your senses, you assume the world around you is exactly as it appears. But how do you know? In 1999, one film transformed a science fiction story into a philosophical question. Not, what if machines ruled humanity, but what is reality tonight? We're not investigating whether the Matrix predicts the future. We're investigating why its questions have echoed through philosophy, religion, psychology, and human history for thousands of years. Welcome to Mysterious Encounters. When The Matrix premiered in 1999, audiences had never seen anything quite like it. The action was revolutionary. The visual effects reshaped Hollywood. Bullet time became an icon of modern filmmaking, but spectacle alone doesn't explain why the film continues to inspire discussion decades later. Its lasting power comes from something deeper. It challenges certainty. It asks viewers to doubt what they think they know. The greatest science fiction has never really been about technology. It has always been about us, our fears, our hopes, our perception. And The Matrix became one of the greatest philosophical stories ever placed on film. Perhaps no object in modern cinema is more recognizable than a single red pill within the story. The choice is simple: remain inside a comforting illusion, or awaken to an uncomfortable truth. Outside the film, the scene has taken on many different meanings in public culture, but inside the Matrix itself, the symbolism is broader. It is about choosing to question assumptions, choosing curiosity over certainty, choosing awareness over comfort. The film never promises that truth is easy, only that it changes everything. Every generation faces its own version of that choice. More than 2,000 years before The Matrix, the Greek philosopher Plato imagined a cave inside. People spent their entire lives chained in darkness. They watched shadows projected onto a wall, having never seen the outside world. They believed those shadows were reality then. One prisoner escaped. He discovered the sun, the sky, the real world beyond the cave when he returned to tell the others. They rejected him. The similarities are remarkable. Neo leaves an artificial world. He sees reality. He returns. Most people refuse to believe him. The Matrix isn't simply borrowing from science fiction. It is continuing one of humanity's oldest philosophical conversations. How do we know what is real? Early in the film, Neo is told to follow the white rabbit. The phrase isn't random. It points directly toward Alice's adventures in Wonderland. Alice follows the rabbit into a world where nothing behaves as expected. The familiar becomes strange, certainty disappears, reality bends. Like Alice, Neo discovers that the deeper he travels, the more he realizes how little he truly understands sometimes. The rabbit hole isn't beneath our feet, it's inside our assumptions. Long before Hollywood, stories shared a common pattern. Scholar Joseph Campbell called it the hero's journey. An ordinary person, a call to adventure, a wise mentor, trials, failure, transformation, return. Neo follows nearly every stage. He begins uncertain, questions everything, faces impossible odds, sacrifices himself, and returns transformed. This pattern appears across myths, religions, and legends because it reflects something deeply human. Growth often begins with uncertainty. Transformation begins by leaving the familiar behind. Most people assume The Matrix is about machines, but are they really the central mystery? Or are humans? The machines built the prison, yet it only works because people accept the world presented to them. The film isn't asking whether artificial intelligence is dangerous. It asks something far more personal. How often do we live on autopilot? How many beliefs have we inherited without examining them? How many routines shape us without our awareness? Perhaps the most powerful prison isn't made of steel, it's made of assumptions. Throughout history, philosophers have wrestled with the same question: if your senses can be deceived, what can you truly know? Modern neuroscience has shown that our brains don't simply record reality, they actively interpret sensory information to construct our experience of the world. Our perception is incredibly powerful, but it is not infallible. The Matrix dramatizes this timeless idea through fiction. Its world is imaginary, its questions are not. More than 25 years later, people still debate the Matrix, not because everyone agrees on what it means, but because everyone sees something different within it. Some see philosophy, some see psychology, some see technology, some see faith, some simply see one of the greatest action films ever made. Perhaps that is its greatest achievement. The film doesn't force one answer, it invites investigation, and questions often outlive answers. Maybe the Matrix was never trying to convince us that reality is an illusion. Maybe it was asking us something quieter, something more personal. When was the last time you questioned an assumption? When was the last time curiosity became stronger than certainty? The world changes because someone dares to ask, what if I'm mistaken? Not every question leads to a revolution, but every discovery begins with one. This has been a Mysterious Encounters investigation. The archive is never closed, and sometimes the greatest mystery isn't the world around us, it's the one we've never thought to question.